Well, hi everybody. Good to see you. Happy Saturday. So I was just out back pulling out a tree, so I'm feeling a little bit sweaty. So what a better thing to do than get in a plane and go fly somewhere? But needs must. So I was chatting with a colleague of mine, and you know how I love the Vision jet. I was talking a little bit about that. I also talked about the Honda jet. Turns out this person has flown Honda jet and has flown turboprops. And one of the things that they said to me was, yeah, turboprop really was my favorite. The Honda jet, it's like a 2-hour plane. You can get up there, and that's about as much as you can fly with all the safety factors, fuel safety, and all this other stuff. But turboprop, you can get up there, you can go a long way, you can go fast. It's just more efficient. And I said, all right, I'm convinced, I'm sold. I mean, I'm sold enough to actually try a turboprop in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I didn't cut a check on the spot for a plane or anything, but let's talk about flying the TBM930. So it's a default aircraft you can get in, I think, one of the editions of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, and it's a good plane. It's a great introduction to a lot of the more advanced nav systems, and actually using a turboprop plane is an interesting transition. Now, if you take a look at my configuration here, I'm still using the Cirrus throttles. It doesn't have a blue handle or a red handle or anything like it. It's got a fairly sophisticated throttle that looks like this, and it does a few other things that I can't actually simulate with the Bravo, and I'll show you what those are. But as far as like actual hand feel, the Cirrus throttle, which I got off Etsy, still does a great job. We're not using the stick today. We're going to be using the yoke. This guy right here. Got my iPad set up, and of course the rest of the stuff, as you see, I've got my Octavi IFR1 there, and I've got my Honeycomb Bravo and Honeycomb Alpha, and that's largely going to be it today. So TPR pedals under the feet here. Flying barefoot again. Somebody told me that was nasty. I'm sure it is. I would never do it in real life. All right, so let's get going. I want to talk about our route today, and then we'll file a flight plan and go IFR, because this aircraft is pressurized. The TBM930 can go up to, I believe, service ceiling of 31,000 feet. Wow, and I believe it's a slant Lima, which means that it can go above 29,000 feet, which is the minimum altitude for starting to use RVSM, required vertical separation minimums. If you're a slant Golf, like a lot of modern aircraft are, even some pressurized ones, you can't go above 29,000. So we're not going to need that today. So let's talk about where we are. We're starting from Astoria here on the coast. Current conditions, Charles, why don't you show the nice folks at home what's on your screen. Duh. Okay, so here we are at Astoria Regional on the coast of Oregon right now. It's marginal VFR overcast 23, 260 at 6 knots. So we got a little bit of clouds on the coast. We're going to go south, all the way to KACV. So let's type that in. Cast CACV. There you go. Now look at what we're going over. We're going over some low IFR, some IFR, probably marine stuff off the coast, right? Because it's really great weather pretty much all the way up and down the coast. It's a sunny day here in Washington State. So this is really just a marine layer. But look at this. That Eureka, California, 10 statute miles visibility, sure, but overcast at 10. Really, really, really low down. So what guarantees us that we're actually going to get in here? Well, why don't we take a look at what's open to us? And it's pretty light winds, 250 at 7. We have a number of approaches, including the GPS 14. Oh, thanks a lot there. All right. If SkyVector's not going to help us, you're coming with me to my tablet, and we'll do it there. So KACV, let me show you the approaches that we have. So RNAV GPS 14, minimums for LPV are 455. That'll allow us to break out of the clouds. Airport elevations 222. Clouds are, what were they, at 1,000 AGL. So clouds are 1,200. We'll be able to break out probably 700 feet from minimum. So that's pretty good margin, safety margin there. We could arrive on V27 to Kuldu if we wanted to do that one, and that'd be a straight in for runway 14. If we had to circle, we'd come down to 820, but that's still 180 feet below the cloud deck, so that's good. If we needed an ILS approach, we could do ILS runway 32, and we could start from the ACV VOR and fly that 5700 to VOMAC to do the procedure turn and come inbound that way. So the ILS minimums are 441 and circling is 880. So we have a lot of options, and I feel pretty good about that. So let's talk about getting out of Astoria, because that's also marginal VFR and shows overcast at 23. We know we want to get up there and cruise at a pretty good altitude. My suggestion is something like flight level 240, perhaps. Let's get ourselves a good. So here's the Astoria 3 departure, AST 3 departure. We got 26 is probably going to be the right runway, so let's see, runway 26 is 5,700 feet, that's good. So then we'll check the departure procedures. 26, climbing right, turn, thence intercept the AST VOR, westbound. So here's 26, westbound, and then 2,000, and then turn back, and then on course. So what would that look like for a route? So the suggested routes are Keck to Kuldu. Yeah, that makes sense. I think Keck to Kuldu. Let's try that. Yeah, we'll do. That's a long way to Crescent City, isn't it? It's on the Victor 27 Airways, so why don't we just file that? Doesn't that make sense? So we'll do cast to AST to V27 to Keck V27, and that's going to exit at. We can fly that all the way to Kuldu, and then terminate at CACV, which, by the way, looks like it just went IFR. It did. Overcast at 8. Oh my goodness. Well, what do we think is going to happen there? Well, we're going to have to file an alternate. What's a good alternate for us? Probably Fortuna, KFOT. Runways 4,000. That's doable. Does it have an instrument procedure? It does. GPS runway 11. And weather is 330 at 12. Runway 29. Yeah, that'll do. We have a procedure to get into runway 29. We do. It's going to take a little bit of work. We have to get to Jaeger and come in from there, but that works fine. Okay. Well, I'm excited. Let's get rolling. I'll file my flight plan real quick. All right, IFR number 6378 Mike, and we're at TBM9. I'll call it a slant golf so there's no confusion about RVSM. We don't want it. We're not claiming that we have it. And so we'll do CAC V and cruising altitude. Let's get up nice and high. I want to play around with that. So we'll file for 25,000. And then we agreed KFOT is all our alternate. So the route of flight is AST, and then the Victor 27 Airway, and then Kuldu, AST to the Victor 27, Kuldu, and then CACV. They're probably going to have us fly the Astoria 3 departure, and so that's absolutely fine. IFR 678 Mike, TBM9, slant golf, 250 knots true. CAST is departure location, CACV is the arrival, 25,000 feet, and alternate is KFOT, AST, Victor 27, and then the Kuldu, so file that flight plan. All right, we're golden. Let's get into the game. Oh, cool. Check out this cockpit. Also check out these clouds. Nasty. This is a fun bit of plane. I have already played around with it just a little bit, just so that I wouldn't be totally ignorant and waste y'all's time. But let's go ahead and get right into it. So go ahead and pop my tablet up. You can see the checklists I've got here. I wanted to check one thing on my checklists. After engine start, generator, bleed, aux boost pump, engine start before taxi, bleed auto or max diff, flaps, throttle. Yeah, there's no. You're going to see something on the checklist that says oxygen on, and that's a different version of the TBM, and we're not going to have to worry about that. So, pre-flight inspection completed. Cabin access door closed, lock, pilot door closed, lock, and baggage stowed. So let's close this down. Everybody needs to get there. Yeah, I'll stick my head out there. Ah. Oh, there we go. All right, and we're locked. Oh yeah, you hear that sealing sound? It's pretty cool. Cool. We got the green barber pole there. We're good. We're locked. Well, it ain't my vision jet, but it's pretty darn cool inside. All right, soft key to continue. MFD, so the utilities, it doesn't have checklists for you. You have to kind of have them yourself. So minimums, I'm gonna turn the minimums off. All right, this is after I've been flying it for a while. Pre-flight inspection complete. Cabin access door closed. Lock. Pilot door baggage is stowed. Pilot seat right, seat left, and right pedals adjusted. Belts fastened. Crash lever down. ELT armed and off. Okay, well the crash lever is not down, but that's because the battery thing. Blah 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 blah. ELT is armed. Micro mask converter. Micro. Make sure that that's micro. It says mask, but it's not. There you go. DI systems all off, parking brake on, landing gear control down. De-icing systems are all off, parking brake is on, landing gear is down. Good. Pitch trim wheel checked and manual override control full backward. Alright. Pitch wheels 4.0, I'll just go like that. And manual override is off. Good. Flaps control is up. Yes it is. Fuel tank selector left or right. Okay, set left. Bleed switch off and reset. Bleed switch is off. AC switch is off. Alternate static selector is pushed, not pulled out. Pushed. Emergency ram air control knob. Pushed. Circuit breakers all pushed. ESS bus tie switch guarded. Do we need to do that? Yeah, you can't mess with that anyway. Fuel selector, manual aux BP switch off. Fuel selector is manual, aux BP switch is off. Ignition switch to auto. Starter switch is off, dimmer switch is off. Starter switch off, dimmer switch off, cabin switch off, axis switch off, panel rheostat fully tuned to the left, all lights off, crash lever up, source selector, battery, GPU, start, good, set. Engine generator voltage set to main. Parking brake on, passengers oxygen switch off, pre-mod 70, yeah we don't have that. Pilot's oxygen switch on, all models. Oh okay, there is a pilot's oxygen. Click, it's on. Post-mod standby. Alright. I guess I'll hit that. Is it on standby? Did we deploy the masks? No, we didn't. Okay, we're good. Front oxygen mask checks, fuel checked, engine parameters checked. We got plenty of fuel, but I'm gonna have them fill it up. There we go, and we're under 7394. We're good there. Starting engine, strobes on. Yep, strobes are on. G1000 composite mode, aux BP switch on, propeller area clear. Aux BP is on. Check propeller area, we're clear. Make sure that parking brake is on. Starter switch on. After 5 seconds, there is no start. Interrupt the start switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. NG is 13. When NG is 13%, we move the throttle to low idle. Check starter is automatically off at NG 552 40%. Okay, we're watching NG come up 40%. 50. 52. Check starter. Starter is off, automatically shut off. Good. Good, no need to abort. Engine parameters checked. GPU start, select source battery. Nope. Engine, electrical network checked. GPU disconnection, not necessary. Alright, we're at low idle. Go ahead and advance to flight idle. Nice. Okay, check engine parameters. Engine parameters good. Torque prop RPM is good. NG is good. ITT is in the green range. Oil PSI and temperature in the green range. Plenty of fuel. Battery's looking good. Plenty of volts. Check our CAS messages. Park brake stall, no heat. Aux boost pump on. Auto cell and bleed off. Yep, so far that's right. So we're going to go ahead and turn the aux BP to auto mode. Set. Generator selector. Check main. Checked. Alright, cool. After starting engine, PFD, MFD 1 and 2 in normal mode. Everything looks good there for us. Generator selector on main, it was. Generator select on standby, then main again. I'm not going to do that because it messes with things. AP trims switch on. This allows the electric trim, and all the way up means it can be controlled by the autopilot, which is super cool. Alright. Alright, I'm liking this so far. Feeling pretty good. How are you feeling? Oxygen supply available for planned flight. Yep, 1941 PSI. Adjust brightness, display backup button check. It doesn't work in the simulator. Radar mode soft key to standby. No, not important. Bleed switch to auto. Okay, cabin air control flow bleed is on. AC switch to pilot packs. Let's go ahead and bring that hot air entry down. I want a nice... There you go, fan to 2, and temperature is nice and set. Pressure mode, auto controls. Yeah, pressure mode is not a thing. That's different. TBM control selector as required. And temp C selectors as required, though that's the temperature system. That's not important. Hot air flow distributor as required. We don't need too much defog. I'll go ahead and just put it there for now. Standby instruments checked. No ignition. Altimeter setting checked. AP trims checked and set. So let's get the weather at Astoria. And let's see. Plates done. Close. Cast to KCV. Airport departure. 135375. Check navcom. 135375. Monitoring channel 2. 245 at 6. Visibility 10. Sky condition 1700 scattered. Few at 4700. Few at 5. Temperature 18, dew point 10, altimeter 2994. Okay, 2994 is set on the PFD Barrow, and 2994 is set on the little inline guide. 2994 set and set. Nice, feeling pretty good about that. Let's keep going back to the checklist. Altimeter setting is checked. AP trims checked and set. DI system panel checked. Inertial separator switch on. Inertial separator, yes. Keep ice and rocks and crap out of my airplane. Okay, very, very cool. All right, what else we got on the CAS system? Parking brake stall, no heat. Pitot, no heat. Left, right, and auto cell. So let's make sure we know when that's supposed to happen. Okay, Pitot, that's before takeoff. Fuel cell switch is check auto. What's fuel cell switch supposed to be? Nope, that'll be before takeoff. Groovy. And what do we call CAC-V? It's Redwood. Let's look at an approach plate. Humboldt County, Arcata. Look at this. It says Arcata, Eureka, California Redwood Coast, Humboldt County. Like, really, what do you want to? What are you supposed to call this thing? Man, overcast at 8. California Redwood Coast, Humboldt County. I'll call it California Redwood Coast, Humboldt County, and then we'll let them tell me what the actual name of it is supposed to be. You never really know, and then they use whatever language they use, and you just follow along. That's just life in the fast lane. Clearance delivery, Seattle Center. We'll call Seattle Center 122.2. But I'm gonna do 1222 switch, and we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to do a mic check. TBM. November 637, Mike. Radio check. Awesome. Okay, we're good there. Com 2, switch back there. And let's get our clearance out of here. Arcata.
Eagle Cloud 22442 Papa at Vail Valley Jet Center. Information, whiskey, ready to taxi.
November 2442 Papa, runway 25, taxi via Alpha.
Runway 25, taxi via Alpha, moving forward to Papa.
I'll call it Kilo Alpha Charlie Victor. Seattle Center, TBM November 6378, Mike on the ground in Astoria, looking to pick up our IFR to Kilo Alpha Charlie Victor.
November 6378, Mike, Seattle Center, clear to the Arcata Airport as filed. Maintain 5,000, departure frequency 121.4, squawk 3045, hold for release.
Clear to the Arcata Airport as filed. Climb, maintain 5,000. Frequency 121.4. Squawk 3045. Hold for release. TBM 6378 Mike.
November 78 Mike, read back correct. Advise number 1 for departure. Change to advisory frequency approved.
Change to advisory approved. Will advise. We're number 1. 6378 Mike. Okay. Well, that's interesting. We'll just see how they play it. I want to be up higher than that. 121.4 and 3045. Okay, we're squawking. So what we're going to do here is, since we're cleared as filed, let me go ahead and put our flight plan into the MFD. We won't have to fly this procedure exactly as it's identified there. We're going to do instead, I'll show you, do KAST, enter, and we'll add the destination KACV, and in route waypoints will be the ASTVOR to join the Victor 27 airway, and then that will terminate at Kuldu. Wrong way. There you go. Very nice. All right. Ready to climb to 5,000, and we're going to take runway, looks like 26 is the best wind. And runway 26 heading 261. Perfect.
Gemini 86, contact Los Angeles Center 133.2.
All right, taxiing, taxi light on. Parking brake off. Brakes checked, nose wheel steering checked, throttle as required. Flight instruments checked, CAS and LFE checked.
United 1545, heavy, contact San Francisco Tower at G at
Parking brake
120.5.
is off.
20.5, United
Landing lights
1545
set to
heavy.
taxi. And let's see, Astoria Unicom is 122.8. Astoria traffic, TBM930 678, Mike taxi from the ramp, runway 26 via Alpha 2 Alpha, Astoria. And we'll turn that tablet on. Well, no, you can see me taxi, that's fine. And we're going to go ahead and switch the throttle now. There we go. Now the blades are unfeathering and we can get rolling. Spin around because this guy is like just not aware of his surroundings. There we go. We can exit out this way. That works. So it's actually Bravo Alpha 2.
Approaching runway 1432. Entered runway 1432.
TBM 6378, Mike crossing runway 32, taxi runway 26, Astoria. Yeah, baby, yeah. Plane, right? And Astoria VOR is 114.0. PFD settings, bearing 1, nav 1. Yeah, there we go. We got the Astoria VOR now set in nav 1, so we'll know how we can turn right to it there. We'll go ahead and just fly this departure procedure because it makes sense. I like that idea. We'll fly 294 outbound. When the Astoria VOR shows bearing 294, then we'll make a left turn and fly heading 294 to 2000, then we'll whip around and fly right back to the Astoria VOR and then join up. Alright. Fun stuff. Alright, we're going to do before takeoff checks, and then we'll let them know. Then we're going to be letting them know. There you go. Parking brake set, ready to 26. Taxi light on, yeah, passenger did that. Parking brake checked, our nose wheel steering checked. Throttle, flight instruments, CAS, and LFE. Before takeoff, parking brake is on. Throttle to flight idle. It is. Throttle feather twice. One feather. And off. Sweet. 2 feather. Sounding good. Torque is increasing. Good. And off. Okay. Feather twice. Good. Flaps to take off. Flaps are coming down. De-ice system paint is required. Inertial separator switch as required. Don't need either of those right now. OAT is 19 Celsius. We're going to be fine there. Inertial separator is off. Pitot left, right heater switches are on. Flight controls, deflections checked. Sweet. And we'll go ahead and turn that off. And we're going to set pitch trim into the green zone for takeoff. Passengers and pilots, seatbelts checked, table is stowed, strobe switch on. Strobe switch is on. Cast display checked. Parking brake and auto cell, fuel gauges and symmetry checked. 128 and 138. We don't want to be out of bounds by any more than 15 gallons. We'll go ahead and change fuel selection to auto. Aux BP fuel switch checked auto, yes. Flight instruments checked. Alright, make sure we're on purple needles out of here. We are. We got AST nav 1 is set. And altimeter is 2994 checked and set. LFE does not work in the simulator. Takeoff distance is checked. Okay, rotation speed. Next is going to be speed bugs. All on except for VAP. There we go. We got rotation speed is 90. VX is 100 and VY is 124. Engine instruments checked. Battery charge less than 50 amps. It is. Parking brake off. Alright. We're all set and ready to take off as soon as we get our IFR release. Seattle Center TBM, November 6378 Mike's number 1 ready for departure here at Astoria, waiting IFR release.
6378 Mike, release for departure, change to advisory frequency approved.
Release for departure, change to advisory approved. 6378 Mike. Just do whatever we want.
Cisco Pasco is 5347, holding short runway 10, ready for departure.
Alright, 122.8.
San Francisco Tower, runway 1 left, clear for takeoff.
And we have 1214, that's going to be our takeoff. That's going to be a departure frequency. Close that diagram, close the plates. Alright. Check CAS, we're good to go. And we're rolling. Astoria traffic, TBM 6378 Mike, taking up
approaching runway 26,
departure to the south.
Entered
Astoria.
Runway 26, 5,600 feet remaining.
Alright, take off. Alright, we're going to take off runway 26 and we're going to stay runway heading and climb 5,000 feet until bearing shows 2904 to Astoria. We'll make a left turn 2904. Yeah, outbound 2904, and we'll make a left turn 2904, and then at 2000 we'll make a left turn back to AST 5000 and join the Victor 27 airway. Heading bug set, altimeter is set, we're good to go on that. Let's get back to our checklist. Horizon, check attitude, HSI, standby compass, yep. Altimeter setting checked, lights off to landing lights on, engine instruments checked, CAS display, all messages are off. Brakes released. Apply brakes, increase power to RPM and green range. Okay, watch it prop go to the green range. We're in the green range. Brakes off. Torque 100, minimum takeoff attitude is 10 degrees. We'll rotate to pitch up 10 degrees when we hit rotate speed of 90. And there's rotate. Pitch up. And pitch for 10. Alright, and we'll just tap the brakes gently, gear up. Okay, VSI is positive, landing gear is up, and initial climb speed 115, flaps up. And we'll bring that throttle back. And we're climbing for 124. Zero 77, that's 2904. Oh gosh, minus 180, 74. Yeah, sure. I mean, we're able to do visual clearance here, but clearly I didn't do my math right. Let me get rid of that tablet. And turning left, direct Astoria. Alright, make sure flaps are up, gear is up. It is. And we'll set heading. Turn on the yaw damper. Yaw damper is on. Pitch up for 10 degrees. OAT is 12 Celsius. Don't need anti-ice. Bank a little harder. Okay, coming up at 5,000. I'll call departure in a second. Oh, cool. And there's 5,000. Get on the Victor 27 Airway since we can maintain okay, let's do nav mode. Okay, roll set FMS mode active. 5,000 feet, join the Victor 27 Airway, we'll call departure. Is it Seattle Center? Seattle Center, TBM, November 6378, Mike, level 5,000 feet, join the Victor 27 Airway.
Victor 6378, Mike, Seattle Center, ident.
TBM 6378, Mike, ident.
We're 6378, Mike, it's not coming through, try again.
6378, Mike, ident.
6378, Mike, got it at that time, thank you. Radar contact 8.5 miles south of Astoria. Astoria, altimeter 2994, climb and maintain flight level 250.
Thank you for 29904, climb, maintain flight level 250, TBM 6378, Mike. Sweet.
Sky was 3347, radar contact lost.
Takes a long time to spin this dial.
Sir 42 Papa, contact Denver Center 118.57.
And we'll hit FLC mode. And let's see, we'll go ahead and turn our IAS down to 160
Denver Center
knots.
12442 Papa, 13,600.
Sir 2442 Papa, Jonathan,
Push
altimeter
that torque up.
3018.
18, Mooney 42 Papa.
There we go. And that'll ease our climb off to hold 160 knots, and we're on our way up to flight level 250. Let's make sure that we're seeing a positive pressure differential here, so the cabin altitude is 2,700, and a positive rate, so that feels good. Fuel is balanced, 128, 129. Auto fuel shift should shift it over, and make sure that we're on our way like we expect. We are. We're on the Victor 27 airway, inbound Kuloa, and on to Zigby. So checklists. Make sure we did everything we needed to do here. Climb speed, flaps up, landing gears up. Yep, climb. Okay, recommended climb speed 124. Only when flaps confirmed up. Well, I'm gonna do. Let's go ahead and bring it back to 150. We'll do a cruise climb. Trims pitch yaw adjusted. Yaw damper is on. Lights off. Taxi landing switch okay. Throttle adjust. Climb speed as required. Preserving torque, prop RPM, NG, ITT, and oil pressure are all good. Might be a little high. Climb speed, easiest panel, temp selectors, fuel tank gauges, check correct, radar mode, soft key, de-ice system as required. Okay, no problems there. We're already making 182 knots ground speed at a cruise climb, so we're doing really well. And cab pressure now 3,300, or cabin altitude 3,300, so, whoa. Okay, that's weird. Sure. That felt very strange. Alright, climbing at 150 knots. Something is straight up messing with me. I'm not touching anything. And I know my track IR is not doing it. What could be happening here? What could be happening here? Some kind of error? I don't know. Interference? I don't know. Flight level 120 coming up. And still maintaining a great rate of climb, 2,100. Ground speed now 190 knots. Alright, let's do a little bit of work here on the MFD. And we'll switch over to the radar. There we go. Now we got a 12 nautical mile radius. And I'm going to go over here. I'm going to zoom out. There we go. And map settings. We want the radar on. Terrain relative. Terrain is off. Connects radar 1,000 nautical miles. So far, so good. Climbing at just a little under 2,000 feet a minute. That's pretty awesome. We got some clouds over there. on the right side. Let me see if we can change our camera to the co-pilot station. Cool, that's neat. All right, now I'm flying from the right seat. That looks cool. What do we have here? Warning. Easy substances are capable of spontaneous combustion on contact with oxygen. Huh. Okay. Up-a-da-boo. Okay. 9,000 feet to go. Ground speed now 203 knots and increasing. Okay, now we're climbing at 1750, so it's starting to fall off a little bit. Bring that camera back over here. Oh, pilot. I could do that. Cabin pressure now 5,500 feet and a rate of 500. 4.7 psi differential. It's something, all right. Nice up here. Blocks, fruit cat's lover. No, the Blocks fruits cat lover. There you go. What's up, bro? Now we're talking. Dreams to be a pilot. Love it. All right. Okay, we're through flight level 198, climbing flight level 250. Hold that 150 knots. We got torque maxed out, prop RPMs of 2,000. ITT is good. Pressure is stabilized. Oil temperature is good. Everything looks healthy. Fuel is still balanced. Amps are still good. We've got another 4,500 feet to go. Level off at flight level 250, and then we'll see. We'll open this thing up and see how fast it can really go. Service ceiling is 31,000, so you know, we're getting up there. Again, I filed a slant Golf, so we're not going to get up into the slant Lima flight levels 290 and above, but that's at the top of the service ceiling anyway, so it's not that important. I think we're going to be able to get an awesome ground speed just doing this. I'm considering whether I really want to go all the way to Eureka, California. It's a long, long way. If you want to check the tablet out, it's still an hour and 14 minutes. Now that's going to change once we actually get, you know, going. But we'll see. Like, I might want to divert to a closer field because I'm gonna get hungry. I'm gonna want some lunch. So maybe I didn't think this through well enough. Check this out. This is beautiful out here. Absolutely love it. And it's just a nice day out all the way up and down the coast. It's fantastic. I'm going to check the co-pilot station. There's still that Marine that's out there to the right out there over the water, which is not surprising. That can stay here. It can push in a little bit. But right now we got a good spell of weather. Tomorrow it's going to change a little bit for the Washington State, Western Washington region. It's going to be a little nice. So now it's going to be interesting. If anybody's checking in on this channel and looking at the chat here, this is interesting. A lot of Control-C, Control-V going on telling me to butter. I'm not even familiar enough with that terminology. Not going to do anything different than I'm doing. If that doesn't work for you, the blocks and fruits and cat lover, then sorry. I got to fly the plane. You know that. You know that because you're going to be a pilot one day. You know that your job is fly the plane. All right, flight level 238, climbing flight level 250. About 1,000 feet to go. We're going to hear our altitude warning in 3, 2, 1. There it is. And what did we do? We're above 18, so we need to set barometric pressure to standard, 29902. There you go. Always do that when you're up in the flight levels above 18,000. Now ground speed 240 knots. And once we level off, we'll see what this thing can do. Fuel, looking good. Balanced 123 and 124. Tanks are good. We don't want to separate them by more than 15 gallons. All right, and as we level out, just about ow, up comes the speed. Check our power setting here, and you can kind of see where it's at. It's up there. We don't want to overspeed it or over torque it or anything like that. We're just going to let this speed drift up, and we're just going to see how it goes. So you can see TAS here is 250 and increasing. I don't want to be off my filed TAS by any more than 15%, so that'd be 25 plus half of 25 is 12, so let's just call it we don't want to be any faster than 280 knots TAS, so I'll moderate my engine power setting to stay above 280 TAS. Oh, yeah. And I think it's going to work out okay. Ground speed now 296. Estimated time now 53 minutes to Eureka, California. All right. TAS is kind of continuing to swing upwards. Let's keep it at 285 TAS. So we'll bring the torque back to power setting. Let's try power setting of 75%. Okay, torque is set to 75%. Speed looks like it's moderating out a little bit, and we're able to hold Mach 0.47. Ground speed of 306 knots. Wow, we are cooking. That is so much fun. I like this plane. I like it a lot. Okay, we're going to pull that power back just a dash. The torque's kind of drifting up on its own, so. Alright, well at this point our cruising speed is fairly set, 307 knots, and it's going to take 50 minutes to get to our destination, 50. Let's just tune in a couple of things. We'll tune in to ONP 117.1. Avcom, audio and radios, 171, transfer back, nav 2, there we go, 34.6 nautical miles to ONP, and then our second one is going to be, let's try Corvallis, 115.4, let's see if we can pick up Corvallis. There we go. Off 123, so just to the southwest. That sounds about right. We're navigating on Purple Needle, so it's not like we actually need the VORs. They're not our primary navigation source, but they are nice situational awareness. I like that. I think someone's still talking. 38 minutes just going in a straight line here. What is it that we would be thinking about? We'd be thinking about necessary diversions, we'd be thinking about weather, we'd be thinking about timing, we'd be thinking about traffic, we'd be thinking about fuel, we'd be thinking about alternates, right? We think about all those things. We'll be checking as often as we can. We want to be looking at weather coming in from other places. So I'll check my tablet. Let's take a look as we come down. So here's Brookings, Oregon. That's low IFR, 4,000, overcast. Yikes. And we're fairly far south of that. This is, again, this is Arcata. However, weather was 39 minutes ago and shows IFR overcast at 6. That's actually lower than it was before. Uh-oh, not good. Over here to the east, we've got Medford. And what's going on in Medford? You see it says HZ and FU, haze and smoke. That's going to be wildfires. Bad conditions over there in Medford. So we got Roseburg. That's interesting. Maybe we're going to go to Roseburg, huh? Looks clear. And 2987 procedure approach RNAV GPS Bravo into Roseburg. Okay. Well, that might work. 346, and you see that? Why it's a GPS Bravo and it doesn't show a straight approach is because that's a huge descent rate, 5.36 degrees. That's like a really, really steep descent, which is why you don't have anything other than a GPS Bravo and a VOR Alpha. The VOR Alpha might work for us because what we can do is we can cross the Roseburg VOR. We can go south outbound and do a procedure turn. It looks like they want us to stay 5,000 feet. We do procedure turn outbound, then come back and then land to the north. What's the weather at 040 and 8? Yeah, I think that's probably the way I would want to do it. So, how do you want to play it? You want to continue to Arcata, or do you want to, come on down? Me, I'm going to get hungry here in probably 30 minutes, so I'm going to get on down. So why don't we say we want to go to Eugene? To see variable at 5, 10 statute miles, few at 90, few at 200. That's fine. Mail on Sweetfield, we got runways that we need. Yeah, 6,000. We're good on that. ILS. That works for me. RNAV GPS Yankee. I want the longer runways. 6 right or 3-4 left. Land there, so let's go ahead and get ready to copy our clearance to Eugene. We'll get an amended clearance. Seattle Center, TBM November 6378. Mike, we are going to have to divert. So can we get an IFR to Eugene Airport? That's Kilo Echo Uniform Golf.
There's 5, crash rate 6378 Mike. We can do that. Descend a path of discretion, maintain 15,000 Eugene, altimeter 2989er, stand by for your clearance.
Descend path of discretion, maintain 15,000. Thanks for 2989er, and we will stand by for clearance, TBM 6378 Mike. Alright, so let's bring it on down. 15,000. Start our descent. So we'll do vertical speed mode. Bring it down to 1200. Bring that power back. And as we're on descent, let's go ahead and get our descent checklist going. DI system is required. altimeter settings. So we heard 2989er, so we're going to go ahead and set this one.
6278 Mike, clear to Eugene Airport via present heading, radar vectors Corvallis direct. Again, should have maintained 15,000. And report leaving 17,000.
Clear to the Eugene Airport via current heading, then radar vectors Corvallis direct. Descend and maintain 15,000. Report leaving 17,000. 6378 Mike. I hope that was correct. All right, we're going to do some work here. So we're going to go ahead and go. We're going to set the heading bug, boom, like that. We're going to go to heading mode on the AP, so now we're doing current heading. Now we're going to go flight plan options, delete flight plan. Oh my god! Add destination is KEUG. We're going to get radar vectors to CVO, that's Corvallis. Okay, alright, so there we go, boom. We're descending. We're coming down, we're expecting radar vectors to Corvallis, then Eugene. Let's go ahead and figure this out. Clear this. CVO, KEUG, no, KEUG, yes.
Destination ATIS is with
Routes, no. Procedure, alright. Corvallis and Eugene, ASOS 125225.
For 2980, arriving and departing runways 16 left, 16 right. Visual approaches in use. Simultaneous approaches to parallel runways in use. Read backhaul runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact you have information Sierra.
Sierra. Let's hear that one more time.
Eugene Mocklone Sweet Field. ATIS information Sierra. 1954 Zulu. Wind variable at 5. Visibility 10. Few clouds at 9,000. Few clouds at 20,000. Temperature 26. Dew point 10. Altimeter 2989. Arriving and departing runways 16 left, 16 right. Visual approaches in use. Simultaneous.
Okay, we got the weather information Sierra at Eugene, and we're awaiting radar vectors Corvallis VOR. That's probably going to give it to me when we get through 17,000 on our way down. We going to divert. All right. Okay. So here we are. We're going to divert Corvallis and then Eugene. We got to figure out what approach we want. We'll do the GPS Yankee runway 16 right, and that'll be the Corvallis, starting at the Corvallis VOR, so that'll be perfect. Of course, we don't know 081 to CW217. Oh, shoot. We can't use that approach, I guess. How about the ILS
2141
right?
3 Portland clearance. Taking destination and aircraft type.
CW177. Yeah, there we go. We can use the ILS. As long as they give us the vectors soon enough.
For 21413, departure frequency is 118.42, squawk 6233.
I hope this works. Yeah, this will work because this is kind of our point where we can't use the ILS anymore.
118.42.
All right, let's make sure we're running our descent checks. Altimeter settings. We're just about to come through, so we'll send it to
Sky 413, read back to that.
89er.
For 78, make turn left heading 050.
Turn left heading 050, 6378 Mike.
For 42 Papa, tell you right altimeter 3033.
33, 142 Papa.
Okay, 2989er and 2989er set in the barrows. Altimeters are set. De-icing system not necessary. Windshield misting not necessary. Fuel gauges check. Yep, they're balanced. Fuel full.
For 78 Mike, send to maintain 11,000. Report leaving 13,000.
Set to maintain 11,000. Report leaving 13,000. 6370 Mike. Keep it coming down. I'm going to go ahead and increase our rate of descent a little bit. Bring that power back to 40. Okay, descent rate increased, passenger briefings required, seatbelt signs, passenger table is stowed. Alright, good, we're set there. And we're rolling out on 050. Alright, now we need to check the radial that we are from Corvallis. I think the radial is going to be, what? Corvallis is 041, so you plus 200 and minus 20, so it's 221. And that means that we are south of the 217, I think. No. Clockwise to 217. Let's check. Approach. RNAV 16 right. 081 to 217. 081. Clockwise to 217. Procedure not available for arrival on CVO, VOR, DME airway radials, 081, clockwise to 217. This is the no-go zone for the RNAV approach. Okay, we're out of 15,000. And what's the no-go zone? 081 to 177. That's the no-go zone there. ILSOK. Cool. And we're letting them know we're out of 13,000. That's another 1,300 feet from now. I'll go ahead and, let's see, check the plates. ILS 16 right. MFD, proc, approach, Eugene, ILS 16 right. At the Corvallis VOR, I'll go ahead and check barrel minimums 564, 564, enter, load. Okay, we're loaded. Zoom in. Seattle Center, TBM 6378 Mike, leaving 13,000 feet, descending 1,000.
Seven eight Mike, thank you. Contact Spokane approach, correction, Cascade approach 119.6.
Contact Cascade approach 119.6, 6378 Mike. Cascade approach, good day, TBM 6378 Mike, go 2,000 feet, descending 1,000 feet. We've got the weather and information Sierra Eugene ready with approach request.
6378 Mike, Cascade approach, Eugene altimeter 2989, set to maintain 5,000. Go ahead with request.
Thanks for 29er descend and maintain 5,000. Requesting ILS runway 16 right, starting at Corvallis VOR, and this will be a full stop for 6378 Mike.
6378 Mike, clear direct Corvallis, cross Corvallis at 5,000 or above, cleared ILS, runway 16 right approach, report established localizer.
Clear direct Corvallis, cross Corvallis at or above 5,000, clear the ILS runway 16 right into the Eugene Airport, and report established localizer, 6378 Mike. Sweet. Proc. Activate approach. Nav mode is on. Clear direct Corvallis. Descend.
Portland ground, Skyhawk 214 with 3 at Atlantic, ready to taxi.
We're on the localizer. Eugene, Nav 1 has been set.
21413, Portland ground, runway 10 left, taxi via Alpha Echo.
It's all good.
10 left, Alpha Echo, Skyhawk 2143.
ILS 16 right, starting at Corvallis. And ILS 564, Cat B. Alright, we're set. Down we go. Okay, before landing checks, altimeter is checked, 29er. Fuel gauge is checked, quantity and symmetry is good, plenty of fuel. Fuel full is tank select, we're all good there. Inertial separator switch on. Landing gear control down and 3 green lights. We will not do that until let's decide when that is going to be. That'll be at MACTA. That'll be when we go gear down. Initial approach fix at Corvallis 4,000 to Hokum. At Hokum, we'll go ahead and slow down to 140 knots. I think 140. How's that sound to you? Probably a little fast. It's going to be a towered airport, so we're going to get Eugene Tower prepped. That's going to be 118.9er. Okay, good to go there. Checking pressurization, we got a rate of -500 and cabin altitude is now coming down from 8,000, so pressurization is working. We're dumping pressure, but responsibly. Approach has been loaded, minimum is set, 564. We'll get our speed bugs up, turn all of them off except for the V approach speed. Okay, VAP bug is set. Eugene ILS has been set. Corvallis VOR is 10 miles. 10 miles straight ahead. Corvallis. Speed's still good. 200 knots ground speed. We're making good time. And we'll be rolling out at 5,000. Alright. Inertial separator is on. Once we cross Corvallis, we're inbound from Corvallis, then we'll slow down to 140 knots to fly the approach. Okay, 5,000. A little more torque. let's just keep that speed up until we cross Corvallis. It'll be a right turn, and then as we approach Hokum, we'll slow it down. Okay, we'll go MFD. Guess that doesn't do anything when it's in that mode. Not getting to California, we are going to...
Portland Tower, Skyhawk 21413, holding short of 10 left at Echo.
It's going to be a right turn. And we can bring our flaps out at 170.
21413, Portland Tower, runway 10 left at Echo, line up and wait.
We're lining up and wait for 10 left, Skyhawk 2143.
That right turn.
413 on course is approved. Maintain V for audible 3,500. Runway 10 left at Echo. Clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff. 10 left. At or below 3,500.
There it is, right there. We're staying at 5,000 as we cross. I'm going to go ahead and go flaps 10. Flaps 10 is good.
For 42 Papa, advise when you get Farmington altimeter, correction, Farmington weather, altimeter 3005. For 413, your radar contact point, Portland departure.
Come down to 4,000.
Please repeat for Skyhawk 2143.
Skyline 413, your radar contact Portland departure.
Over to departure, Skylane 2143. Portland departure, Skyhawk 21413, 600, climb to 3,500.
Alright, VNAV path is activated.
For 21413, Portland departure, thank you. Leaving the surface area, cancel altitude restriction.
Canceling altitude restriction, Skyhawk 2143.
Bringing that
For 413, all parts of the transmission are important. Leaving surface area, cancel altitude restriction.
Roger that, Skyhawk 2143.
Alright, 140. And the localizer is lining up. Localizer is set.
678 Mike, contact Eugene Tower.
Contact Eugene Tower, 6378 Mike.
Air 413, just to clarify, I believe you said you're a Skylane, but I keep hearing Skyhawk. Can you confirm?
Skyhawk for 21413.
8.9.
Thank you.
Alright, and Hokum, at Hokum.
For 42 Papa, thank you.
Hokum 4,000. Where is it showing me I can come down to 2,000? 2,000, there we go. VS 1200. Eugene Tower, TBM November 6378 Mike on the ILS runway 16 right.
6378 Mike, Eugene Tower, runway 16 right, clear to land.
Runway 16 right, clear to land, TBM 6378 Mike. Alright, before landing. Landing gear control. We'll go ahead and do that now. Landing gear's coming down. We're watching for 3 greens. Greens. Landing gear is down. Trying to fly that 140 knots. Okay, we're on path. We're on vertical path for 2,000. Cross Magda. That's going to be our glide slope intercept. We're clear to land 16 right. Landing gear is down. Flaps in the takeoff position. Landing lights on. Radar mode. No op. Flaps to landing mode. Lower than 122 knots. We'll do that after we're on 5 mile final. And that's going to be at Winnett, it looks like. DME 11.4. Alright, check this tablet here. You can see where we're at. MACTA now 4.3 miles. 4.3 miles to the final approach fix. We're clear to land 16 right.
Contact, you have information, Sierra. Eugene Mach-Lone Sweet Field, 8 is information, Sierra. 1954 Zulu. Wind variable at 5. Visibility 10.
Variable at 5. Now 1 mile. And MACTA is about 5 mile final. Okay, we're on green needles. Glide slope has been intercepted. Starting our descent in the glide slope. We're going to go ahead and bring our power back. We're looking for that speed to come down to below 122 knots. We can extend flaps out to landing configuration at that time. Okay, flaps to landing configuration. Approach speed can be greater than 85 knots on autopilot. We'll go ahead and fly it for 90 knots. There could be a little bit of a tailwind with variable winds. We'll fly at 90 knots. Give ourselves 5 extra knots of energy. Okay, 5 mile final, runway 16 right. And 16 right has got, yep, that's the big stuff there. So 16 right is here. There's the airport mess, and then there's 16 left over there. So we know we are on the correct. We got the correct runway. Let me go ahead and kill the
2 mile
tablet.
final, runway 16 right.
Flying at 90 knots. We'll disengage at we'll disengage the autopilot 200 AGL, and we'll kill the yaw damper at that time. And we'll bring the speed down to 85 knots at that time. We're actually pretty much at approach speed right now. Okay, back that power off a little bit. Just back the power off just a little bit.
$500.
Okay, flying 85.
500.
Okay, we got 300 feet to go until we kill the autopilot. we're approach speed, -2. A little more power. Feels like there's a right to left crosswind, can't tell. Okay, we're a little overpowered. We're flying approach speed +5. And 200. Autopilot has been disengaged. Yaw damper is disengaged. Inner marker. Keep that nose up. And nose wheel down. There we go. Nice. And reverse. Sorry, that reverse thrust really gets me. Oh, all right. Tablet up. Flaps up. Eugene Tower, TBM930 mics off runway 16 at Alpha 5. We'd like taxi to terminal.
Seven eight Mike, you can taxi straight ahead, join the Delta. Actually, that's going to be Echo. Directly ahead is Echo to the terminal. Have a great day.
Taxi Echo to the terminal. Thanks for your help, 6378 Mike.
Report 2 Papa, radar services terminated. Squawk V5 frequency
Landing
change
lights
approved.
off. Taxi lights on. Let's see who did our landing. Whoa, whoa. De-ice off, prop switch off, inertial separator checked on, windshield switch is required, left and right pitot heats
Tower,
off.
244 to Papa, 16 miles to the north at 8,700 with the information, kilo inbound to full stop.
Keep that inertial separator on until we're all done here. And we're going to be
2442 Papa, Formation Tower. You can make it straight in for runway 23. Runway 23, clear to land, wind 240 at 11, gust 24.
We'll park
right here. Runway 23. Runway 23, clear to land, moving 4 to Papa.
Parking brake. Okay, let's see. After landing, airframe de-ice off, prop de-ice off, inertial separator switches on, windshield is required, pitot heat is off, radar off, check standby, flaps are up. Yep, strobe switch off. Landing lights to taxi.
Portland Tower, Skyhawk. I'm sorry, Portland departure. Skyhawk 21413, like to terminate.
Okay, and shut down.
413 taken.
On. ECS panel bleed switch to off.
Portland departure, Skyhawk 21413, would like to terminate.
Terminate what?
413, radar services terminated. Squawk VFR frequency change approved.
Cabin depressurization.
Squawk and VFR, frequency change approved. Have a good day, Skyhawk 21413.
400, cabin altitude. We are at, what's the field elevation here? 374. Yeah, okay, good. We're all set and depressurized. AC switch off, throttle to flight idle for 2 minutes. Taxi light off, AP trim switch to off. AP has been disconnected. And we'll do throttle low off, blah, 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 low idle for 15 seconds. So go ahead and feather. And we'll pull that back to low idle for 15 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and cut off. Inertial separator switch off. Exterior lights, panel, and all switches off. Radar mode, soft key, fuel, aux, BP to off, fuel select switch to manual. Fuel set to manual. Tank selector to off. Tank is off. Oxygen switch off. Generator select off. Source off. Crash lever pulled down. Parking brake as required. Crash bar down. Whoa. Oh. Get that door open back there. I don't know, what am I looking at here? I don't know what I'm looking at. There's the plane. Why are we having this crazy problem? Ah, I can't see nothing. Oh, whatever. I feel like I gotta reset my camera all the time. There we go. Yeah, like the track IR came undone. There, something was wrong with my track IR. Okay, well that was that, and that was fun, and I really enjoyed it. And the TBM is an awesome machine, and it was a little bit interesting to do the diversion. I thought that was really kind of cool, but it was able to do the landing, and pretty decent. Sorry about the slip in left and right when we got done, but it was a lot of fun, and I can see this thing is a performance machine, and so maybe more turboprops in the future. Thanks for stopping by, and we will see you next time.